So so in this way, I had to go through a little bit in my practice with my teacher, some resistance, until he finally probably found a way how to talk to me and noticed that I have a little bit. Also, I had actually very good practice. Was in the tradition of mindfulness, no, it's not called, sensory awareness practice with a teacher at that time from New York. And I hosted her for years to give her the opportunity to bring this practice called sensory awareness, which is not much different. In the beginning, as you can see, it is focusing your attention to that what you are living on different levels, on different aspects, on different uh, uh, ways of expressing my life. So in catching me, um, my, my teacher took a very, uh, very straightforward way to say it. I told him, he has asked me a little bit, I think it was a little conversation about it, why I am staying back and so on. So I said, when he asked me, why did you come? Well, I said, I didn't want to come. Because I'm traveled halfway around the globe to come to here and to do what I already know. That was now based on my practice with sensory awareness. You know, sensory awareness. We are a process of sensing. We have, what we have is, and what makes us see it that way is our life is unfolding because of our senses. Yeah, sensory awareness. That was paying attention to my senses, all five, six senses. So it was very close, but I didn't see the connection. So he said, well, then he was excited that I didn't appreciate it. And I said, I came here for something I already have done. And it was referring to sensory awareness. So he kind of did not take his fists, but he said, he raised his voice and said, well, there is more to explore. You don't give any time for it. And then he strengthened his voice. I don't know what it was. And then he saw that I was a little bit nervous. And he said, I don't talk to you now, but I talk to your evil forces. Now I got it. So I go back and sat with my evil forces. And was spending quite some time in the beginning. That's the only way I could deal with them. I was standing on my head. I was a big yogi at that time. I could stand on my head out of standing here, and I could go and stand 10 minutes on my head. Well, it worked. The evil forces, they got the message. And I got into it. And then I realized that I had actually a very beautiful um, um, kind of base in me. I had the practice of paying attention just for the simple action of lifting your arm. And then in that attention, you had a response, sensory awareness, sensing my sense experience lifting and lifting. And so then I saw the relatedness, and my breathing became a joy. Then Charlotte, who was the teacher, she did teach us about breathing, but I didn't hear it because, you know, if you may recollect yourself in your practice, mindfulness to breathing, there is always a subtle and sometimes stronger compulsion behind it, which is trying to participate and help it along and giving it a lot of extra energy so that you can do the breathing. But you are done from the beginning on the wrong track, because if you look at yourself, you don't need to. It dawns quickly in your observation that that we don't need to help our breath. Only when we know, somehow get reminded that we are breathing, instead of then being quiet and allowing a little bit deeper attention and quietness to see what this is happening just by itself, you find you come then into that what is asked by the practice of in the Satipatthana, just being present for this moment, for that what is happening as breathing. It's not so easy to do, to find that moment where you realize you are not breathing, but you are being breathed.